I'd like to call to order the January 8th, 2026 meeting of Mayor and Council. I'd like to call on Dr. Henry R. Williams, pastor of Word of Oasis, to lead us in prayer. Please remain standing for the pledge.
Let's bow our heads in a word of prayer. Most gracious and eternal Father, we pause at the beginning of this first council meeting in 2026 to acknowledge the responsibility entrusted to those who serve the city of Valdosta. We are grateful for this community, for its people, its history, and the shared hope that its best days still lie ahead. Grant clarity of vision to our mayor and city council as they lead a vision that looks beyond the immediate moment and considers the lasting impact of every decision made. Grant sound judgment in matters great and small, and the wisdom to weigh progress with responsibility. We ask for thoughtful deliberation, honest dialogue, and steady leadership that places the welfare of the entire city above personal or political interests. May the work done in this chamber strengthen trust, encourage cooperation, and help Valdosta continue to grow as a city without limits, a city that is safe and fair and prosperous for all. Lord, bless this meeting, guide the decisions made, and grant success to every effort that seeks the good of our city and those who call Valdosta home. It's in Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Awesome. All right, item 2A, the reading of the 2025 municipal general election results. Our interim city manager, Al Crace, will present.
Valdosta City Council District 2, Sandra Tooley, incumbent, received 497 votes. Valdosta City Council District 4, Eric Howard, incumbent, received 624 votes. And Valdosta City Council District 6, Andy Gibbs, incumbent, received 534 votes.
Council, I'll leave it up to you to make a motion to certify the reading of the minutes. Reading of the results of the election, excuse me. So motion and a second. All in favor, show of hands. Council, thank you. Al, thank you. We'll now take the oath of office. State that the Honorable Jeremy Baker, Municipal Court Judge for the City of Valdosta, will conduct the swearing-in ceremony for Councilwoman Sandra Tooley from District 2, Councilman Eric Howard from District 4, the Honorable William Weitzel, Judge of the Superior Court, Southern Judicial District of Georgia, will conduct the swearing-in ceremony for Councilman Andy Gibbs, District 6. We'll begin with Councilwoman Sandra Tooley with District 2. Is there anybody that would like to stand with her for the oath of office? If so, please come forward.
Please raise your right hand and put your left hand on the Bible. After me. I do solemnly swear
I do solemnly swear
that I will well
that I will
truly perform
truly perform
the duties of council member
the duties of council
of the city of Valdosta
of the City of Valdosta
to the best of my knowledge,
to the best of my knowledge,
skill, and ability,
skill, and ability,
as to me
me
shall seem
shall sing
to the best interest
to the best interest
and welfare of the city,
and welfare of the city,
without fear,
without fear,
favor, or affection,
favor, or affection,
that I am not
that I am not
the holder
the holder
of any accounted
any account
or public money
for public money
due the state of Georgia,
to the state of Georgia,
or any political
or any political
subdivision
subdivision
or authority
or authority
thereto.
thereto.
I am not the holder
I am not the holder
of any office,
of any office
trust,
of trust
under the government
of the government,
of the United States, any other state,
any other state,
or any foreign state,
or any foreign state,
which I am,
which I am,
by the laws of the state of Georgia,
by the laws of the state of Georgia,
prohibited from holding.
prohibited from holding.
I am
I am
qualified to hold
qualified to hold
the office
office
which I am
which I am
about to enter
about to enter,
according to the Constitution
according to the Constitution
and the laws of Georgia,
and the laws of Georgia,
that I will support
that I will support
the Constitution
the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and the state of Georgia,
in the state of Georgia,
that I have been
that I have been
a resident
a resident
of the city of Valdosta
of the city of Valdosta
for the time required
for the time required
by the Constitution
by the Constitution
and the laws of the state of Georgia
and the laws of the state of Georgia,
and the charter of the city of Valdosta.
and the charter of the city of Valdosta.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Councilman Eric Howard, District 4, and anybody that would like to stand with him for the oath of office, please come forward.
Repeat after me. Let's do the oath first, and then we'll sign it afterwards. If you could, please raise your right hand and put your left hand on the Bible. Please repeat after me. I do solemnly swear
I do solemnly swear
that I will well and truly perform
that I will well and truly perform
the duties of council member
the duties of council member
of the city of Valdosta
of the city of Valdosta
to the best of my knowledge,
to the best of my knowledge,
skill, and ability,
skill, and ability,
as to me shall seem,
as to me shall seem,
to the best interest and welfare of the city,
to the best interest and welfare of the city,
without fear,
without fear,
favor, or affection,
favor, or affection,
that I am not the holder
that I am not the holder
of any unaccounted
of any unaccounted
or public money
or public money
due the state of Georgia,
due the state of Georgia,
or any political subdivision
or any political subdivision
or authority thereto,
or authority thereto,
that I am not the holder
that I am not the holder
of any office of trust
of any office of trust
under the government
under the government
of the United States, any other state,
any other state
or any foreign state,
or any foreign state,
which I am by the laws
that I am by the laws
of the state of Georgia
of the state of Georgia
prohibited from holding,
prohibited from holding,
that I am qualified
that I am qualified
to hold the office
to hold the office
which I am about to enter
which I am about to enter
according to the Constitution
according to the Constitution
and laws of Georgia,
and the laws of Georgia,
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United States and the state of Georgia,
and the state of Georgia,
that I have been a resident
have been a resident
of the city of Valdosta
of the city of Valdosta
for the time required
for the time required
by the Constitution
by the Constitution
and the laws
laws
of the state of Georgia
of the state of Georgia
and the charter of the city of Valdosta.
and the charter of the city of Valdosta.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Will Councilman and Mayor Pro Tem Andy Gibbs from District 6 please come forward, and anybody that would like to stand with him for the oath of office.
Councilman Gibbs. Repeat after me. Solemnly swear that I will
Do solemnly swear that I will
well and truly perform the duties
truly perform the duties
of council member of the city of Valdosta,
of council member of the city of Valdosta,
best of my knowledge, skill, and ability,
best of my knowledge, skill, and
shall sing
shall sing
the best interest and welfare of the city,
the best interest
favor or affection.
of fear or affection.
That I am not a holder of any unaccounted for public money
For public money.
in the state of Georgia,
Georgia,
political subdivision or party there.
political subdivision or
I am not the holder
of the holder,
of any office of trust,
office,
government of the United States, any other state, or any foreign state,
foreign,
which I am by the laws of the state of Georgia
by laws of
prohibited from holding. Qualified to hold the office
qualified to hold office,
I'm about to enter
about to enter,
according to the Constitution and laws of Georgia.
laws of Georgia.
Support the Constitution of the United States
I will support the Constitution
and the state of Georgia. I've been a resident of the city of Valdosta,
by laws
required by the Constitution
required by
and the laws of the state of Georgia,
laws of
charter of the city of Valdosta.
charters.
Your folder.
Eric, Sandra, would you join them back up front for a picture? You're welcome. I'm so cheering for them. I'm so rooting for them. I hear you. All right, you'll notice item 4 on our agenda is election of a new mayor pro tem to take over in my absence.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to nominate Councilman Andy Gibbs for Mayor
have-
Pro Tem.
One nomination on the table. If there are any other nominations to be had?
Yes, Mayor, I would like to nominate Councilman Eric Howard due to the fact we are supposed to be rotating.
I have 2. Is there a third? All right, hearing none, we'll entertain a vote on the first nomination. All those in favor of Councilman Andy Gibbs as Mayor Pro Tem, please raise your right hand. 3, 4, and that motion carries. Thank you, and congratulations.
Confusion again.
Thank you. Is there a separate swearing in? Does he have? I'm kidding. I'm kidding. All right, new Mayor Pro Tem. Congratulations, Andy. Thank you.
You're supposed to do it.
And
Don't
good
you
luck.
supposed to do it? You don't take the oath?
Yeah, I do have a separate oath for Andy. So Andy, if you would
Hold on, no.
come forward and take the oath of office of Mayor Pro Tem all over again. Thank you, Judge.
Told you confusion already.
Thank you, Judge. Yes, no?
Yes.
Yeah, you got to be sworn in. They don't know nothing, to keep confusion.
Councilman, you'll raise your solemnly swear
Do solemnly swear
will and truly perform
I will well and truly perform
pro tem
the duties of Mayor Pro Tem,
of the City of Valdosta,
City of Valdosta,
to the best of my knowledge,
to the best of my knowledge,
skill, and ability,
skill, and ability,
as to
as to me shall sing,
best in
to the best interest and welfare of the city,
fear.
without fear, favor, or affection,
I am not the holder
not the holder
of any or public money
of any unaccounted for public money,
in the state of Georgia,
due to the state of Georgia,
political subdivision,
any political subdivision,
be there,
or authority thereto,
not the holder of any office,
not the holder of any office,
trust, for the government of the United States,
trust, or the governor of the United States,
any other state,
any other state,
foreign state,
any foreign state,
bound by the laws of the state of Georgia,
bound by the laws of the state of Georgia,
prohibited from holding,
prohibited from,
qualified to hold the office
qualified to hold the office,
that I'm about to enter,
about to enter,
laws of Georgia.
according to the Constitution and laws of Georgia.
I will support the Constitution
I will support the Constitution
of the United States.
of the United States, state of Georgia.
I have been a resident of the City of Valdosta,
Been a resident of the city of Valdosta.
required by the Constitution
I'm required by the Constitution,
and laws of the state of Georgia,
laws of the state of Georgia,
Charter of the City of Valdosta.
charter of the city of Valdosta.
So help me God.
Help me God.
Councilman.
Okay. Yep.
Thank you, Judge. You sure can. All right, now for consideration of the December 2025 Employee of the Month, if I could get our fantastic Police Chief Leslie Manahan and Detective Ellen Mulvaney with the Valdosta Police Department to join me up front.
So just real quick with Detective Mulvaney up here, I've got her sergeants, Stephen Shadron, and Lieutenant Kyle Salter. So Detective Mulvaney has been with our department for 16 years. For the past 11, she's been assigned as a detective in our property crimes unit. That is probably our most overworked unit in our entire department. They're the ones that have the highest caseload, been the largest amount of time on the cases. They work the frauds, the forgeries, identity theft, things like that. Well, just before the holidays, at the end of the year, Detective Mulvaney was assigned a forgery case involving an elderly victim. While investigating the original case, the victim and her husband, who was also Alzheimer's, showed up at the police department because they thought they had been victims of some kind of scam with Georgia Power based on forgery. And they were worried about their account. The victim tried calling Georgia Power, couldn't get anybody, didn't know how to work the online system. So unfortunately, out of the holidays, power got she reached out to the Detective Mulvaney, who jumped on it immediately because of the need to get the power back to the elderly couple. And she had some connections, made a lot of phone calls, a lot of time going back and forth, and they were able to do a rush to get the victims. She actually sat down with the victim and explained how to set up the online banking using the telephone, worked with her, getting her more comfortable using the internet, and trying to get used to doing the stuff online she was going to need to do. Because of Detective Mulvaney's compassion and her dignity, everything that she does, how hard she works on her cases. She always puts her first, hardest step forward. Takes so much passion with her victims and ensuring that they're taken care of. It is an honor to recognize Detective
So it's our honor at the city to also give you this nice award. That one's yours to do whatever you please. This nice award is going to don your name and be held here at City Hall for all to see. And this award is our thank you, a token of our distinct appreciation for you going over and above like that every single day, especially.
And now, she has to do a 3 to 5 minute speech, right? To thank.
You'll see in item 6, minutes for approval. The September, October, November, and December council meeting minutes are still forthcoming. We'll now move on to item 7. On that agenda, items 7A through 7D will be heard under a consent agenda without objection from our council. Consideration of bids for one 3-ton regular cab 4x4 truck will be presented by John Burton, as will B, C, and D. Following that, hi, John.
Hi, good evening. The engineering department needs to purchase a 3/4-ton regular cab truck. The new vehicle will replace an 18-year-old truck. I recommend that council approve the low bid meeting specifications submitted by Phil Brennan Ford in the amount of $45,137.72.
All right. Council, any questions on this item? John, item B, construction of bids for a 2-ton crew cab.
The engineering department needs to purchase a 2-ton crew cab service truck with a lift gate. The new vehicle will replace a 25-year-old service truck. I recommend that council approve the low bid meeting specifications submitted by Phil Brennan Ford in the amount of $75,750.
Council, any questions on this item? All right, John, item C, consideration of bids for 4 1/2-ton crew cab trucks.
Yes. The Public Works, Protective Services, Engineering, and Community Development departments need to purchase 4 new half-ton crew cab trucks. Vehicles will replace in range from 17 to 22-year-old trucks. I recommend that council approve the low bid meeting specifications submitted by Livonia Ford Incorporated in the amount of $174,420, and that equals out to $43,605 apiece.
Council, any questions on this item? All right, John, final item D, consideration of bid for 8 SUV pursuit vehicles.
Valdosta Police Department needs to purchase 8 pursuit vehicles due to age and rising maintenance costs. I recommend that council approve the low bid meeting specifications submitted by Carville Dodge in the amount of $356,000, and that equals $44,500 apiece.
All right, Council, any questions on item D? All right, John, thank you.
Thank you.
Council, items 7A through 7D are yours for consent agenda.
Mayor, I make a motion that we approve all the bids presented.
Motion and a second. All in favor, show of hands. Council, thank you. John, thank you. We'll now move on to item E, consideration of a proposal for sanitation software for the Public Works Department. Larry Ogden, our Public Works Director, to present. Larry?
Good evening.
Good evening.
On August the 25th, the Public Works Department initiated an audit of the city's sanitation services. The audit revealed approximately 40% of the residents had additional household garbage cans, 96-gallon cans. During the audit, the Public Works Department determined that many of the residents had 96-gallon roll-out containers, and several residents and small business accounts were incorrectly keyed in to the billing system. As a result, some businesses and residents were being billed inaccurately. Upon further review, it was determined that the city's residential garbage ordinance required update to address these issues. During the ordinance review, changes were made to allow residents the option to obtain an additional 96-gallon rollout container so that the household garbage could be properly contained within the approved containers. Currently, the city of Valdosta does not have any way of tracking additional cans that the residents of the city of Valdosta has. So we were asked to go out and see if we could find a company that would offer the service of tracking additional cans for the residents of the city of Valdosta. We checked with several companies throughout the state, and one of the companies that we spoke to was Routeware. Routeware is currently used in many municipalities and counties throughout the state of Georgia. So once we got into deep conversation, I had some of my staff members to go down to Ocala, Florida to meet with the city because they're currently using Routeware software. They spoke very highly of it. They showed my staff the ins and outs of it. They really had nothing negative to say about the program. I was at a Public Works convention down in Jacksonville, and I met the deputy city manager of Atlanta, so I spoke with him. They're currently running the same software, and he also spoke highly of it and invited me and my staff to come up to Atlanta to view it and see it in action, which we haven't been up there. Upon further conversation with Routeware, they informed us that they were a member of Sourcewell. Sourcewell is a government contract to where they join this group throughout the state of Georgia, and they guarantee the lowest bid on software. So that's one of the reasons in the packet you did not see multiple bids for other vendors that we researched. So I sent this information up to our purchasing department, and she researched this. She found out all the information from Routeware was current, all the documentation were up to date, and that we could use them as a source without going through the procurement process. If we go through the normal procurement process, that could take anywhere from 3 to 4 months. But to do the RFPs, wait on the bids, seal bids to come in, open them, and that will drag the process out. So once again, our purchasing department verified that everything was good, and she gave me the okay that we could use Routeware as the provider. So the goal is to implement a tracking software that will track the vehicles, ensure residential garbage containers and are serviced in a timely manner. You verify that no container is missed during the collection. Ms. Teresa, if you can scroll up a little, please. So the pictures that you're seeing here that's circled with the yellow, that is actually one of the cameras that's currently attached to the truck. Just a little background information. When I started this back in August, the previous administration, all this information was presented to them, and they gave me the green light to go ahead and purchase the hardware. So that's why you're seeing the camera systems currently attached to our vehicles now. So that's a close-up vehicle. Now that camera, we have 3 of them located on our rear end loaders. One would be in the front of the vehicle, and we have 2 of them on the back sides of the cabs. That's the side view of it. And this particular vehicle is our small business truck, so it has 3. Once again, a camera on the right, one in the center. So the one in the center will give us a 180-degree view. So as the truck is traveling down the road, we can get a complete view of the road. Currently, we have up underneath the seat a DVR that's recording everything that the camera's recording. We also have, keep on scrolling, Ms. Teresa, please. We also have inside the trucks tablets that will make it easier for the drivers. These tablets, we're actually in the process of inputting all the data so that the drivers will have turn-by-turn direction as they travel in the route. These cameras, this system will also leave breadcrumbs, so as they travel down every road, it will show which roads they went down and which roads they did not go down. So if we get calls from the citizens saying that their garbage was missed, we can go back and verify that. Excuse me. So those are pretty much set up. Now this particular vehicle here is our front end loader. It only has 1 camera. So as they come and empty the big dumpsters, that camera will give us a front view of everything that's in front of the dumpster, in the dumpster, so we can accurately let the citizens know, hey, this can was blocked, that's why it wasn't picked up, or was filled with debris that was not supposed to be in the dumpster. So we currently have those cameras installed on all vehicles. The Rightware contract, the agreement was sent to us, and with those numbers, some of them, that's the numbers before we realized that it was part of the sourceware. So we were able to save, we budgeted for the hardware installation, we budgeted $10,366. The final install, we went over that a little by, and we spent $10,951. And that was just for the hardware. The installation cost, they budgeted $23,000. They gave us a price of $21,740. We were actually able to save $8,740, so we actually spent $15,000 on the actual installation of the cameras. The annual subscription for this plan, we budgeted $67,200. The final cost came in at $67,156, saving us $4,044. So the sourceware saved us time and it saved us money. So with this particular camera tracking software, it's going to really benefit the city because, one, it will help us hold the employees accountable, make sure that they are traveling the route. It will help us track and do better routes. Because right now, we have the seasoned drivers that know the route, they do it by memory. But if we get new drivers that come in, instead of us having to put a seasoned driver with them, we can put them in there with the tablet. Once they get that tablet, they log in. They have to do a pre-trip inspection. Once that pre-trip inspection is complete, they have to sign it. Any defects that they see in the process, they can log it. Our fleet maintenance superintendent will also have access to this system. So whenever the drivers report anything that's not accurate or a defect in the vehicle, he'll have access to that. At the end of the day, they do a post-trip inspection. Same thing, if there's anything that occurred to the vehicle as they were out on the route, our fleet maintenance superintendent would be able to see that also. So this system will really benefit us, even with the new drivers and seasoned drivers. With the addition of citizens having the option to get an additional can, since we started this, as of today, when I left the office, we had 310 residents that have signed up for additional cans. We're in the process of inputting that information into the software, so those dots will start to appear on our tablets, so those drivers will know which residents have additional cans and which ones do not have additional cans. We have two options. Option to approve Rightware as the selected software, or option number two, do not approve Rightware as the selected software vendor. Staff recommend that we approve Rightware as the selected software vendor. I'd be happy to take any questions.
Council, any questions for Larry? Yes, Andy.
The cameras are currently on the trucks,
That's correct.
so they will be able to adapt to the software, all that will match up, or is it new cameras being?
No, sir. The cameras that we currently have on the trucks, they work hand in hand.
So we're good to go there?
We're good. Basically, the agreement will give us more functions, so it would allow the data that's been, the video footage that's been recorded, it would be sent to the cloud. Our dispatcher that's back in the office, if we get a call from a citizen say that their garbage were not dumped, dispatcher can go pull up that address. They have the option to take pictures. We can take up to 5 pictures per resident. Once we verify that that can was or was not picked up, we can actually email copies of the pictures to the residents so they can see that it was by the road or it wasn't by the road, or we just skipped it. If we skipped it, we would have a vehicle to go back and pick it up. If the trash can was not by the curb or the roadside and they call and say it was missed, we can send them that same picture and say, your container was next to the house. Here's a picture. If you would like, we can email it to you. That resident will also have the option, if they want us to do a go back, it'll be an additional fee of $15, but we can go back and get that can either the same day or maybe the next day, but it will be in a timely manner.
All right, as far as, I know the software is set up to where it has SOS and other things that can be done in case our guys get in trouble or whatever the case may be, but does it have a function on there for our other safety? And I'm just throwing this out there. They get caught up with a customer talking for 5 or 10 minutes. They're sitting in one spot. They happen to get hurt, pass out, whatever. Is there a function that allows this to radio back like the SOS does or something that radios you or identifies to you that, hey, why has this truck been stopped for 5 minutes? Why is it not moved for 10 minutes?
The function that it has is, once that truck goes below a certain speed, it would notify the main office. It would say this truck has stopped or dropped to a speed below. And if it's at a GPS coordinates point, it would be normal. But if that truck stayed there too long, hopefully one of the two drivers, passengers in the vehicle, would notify us. But as far as the software itself notifying us about a injured employee, no, it would not do that.
Okay. I will tell y'all, council, that, and Mayor, that I called John Dinion, the director in Savannah, Georgia, who has this as well. I just basically said, what do you think about the software? And he said, if you don't get it, then you're not doing your city any justice. He said, I highly recommend it. He said, we've had it for 5 years. He said, the only thing that he hates is that when he got it initially, it didn't have the camera software to come with it 5 or 6 years ago, but now they do.
Yes.
So they're having to upgrade to that part of it, but it comes highly recommended by the guy that runs the Savannah.
Yes. So we won't have to worry about that. The current camera system, the current DVR that we have in the vehicles now, it was a Rottwell provider, service tech, that came and installed everything for us. So once, if y'all approve this tonight, we will go ahead and let them know that we want to sign up for the service agreement, and that will open up more functions. So we have everything that I spoke about Tuesday night, all that would be available to us.
Thank you.
Council, any other questions for Larry? Councilman?
How long does the system hold on to pictures?
So the pictures that's stored on the tablet, once the tablet gets filled up, the new pictures will push out the old pictures. But as far as how long it's saved in the cloud, we can ask and find out. That was a question that we did not ask.
Right. And ask, do they fall off or are they archived?
I can find out for you and get that answer.
Thank you.
Council, any other questions? None? Larry, thank you.
Okay.
Council, it's yours for action.
Mayor, I would like to move to make a motion that we approve the Rottwell software as presented by our Public Works Department.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor, show of hands. Council, thank you. Again, Larry, thank you. Andy, thank you. Good comment. Consideration, item F, consideration of a memorandum of agreement between the Alapaha Soil and Water Conservation District and the local issuing authority, which would be us. Ben O'Dowd, our city engineer, to present.
Good evening, Mayor and Council.
Good evening.
As discussed on Tuesday, this is a memorandum of agreement between the Alapaha Soil and Water Conservation District and the City of Valdosta. The City of Valdosta operates and has done so for many years as a local issuing authority. Our responsibilities in doing so ensure that we have erosion sedimentation plans that are reviewed for new construction and for other public projects that impact soil throughout the state of Georgia. There are many local issuing authorities. The City of Valdosta has been one for many decades. Attached is the memorandum of agreement. It basically indicates what our obligations are to the state in response to this. This is a memorandum that we have been operating under. This is simply an updated memorandum of agreement. There are no additional staffing requirements or budgetary requirements that are foisted upon the city due to this agreement. Staff is recommending approval. Do you have any questions for me?
Council? None? Ben, thank you. Council, yours for action. I have a motion and a second. All in favor, show of hands. Council, thank you. Ben, thank you. See, item 8A is a consideration of a request to approve an amendment to the City of Valdosta 2026 fiscal year budget. Darquita Williams, our interim finance director, has asked that this agenda item be postponed, but that is an action. So council, it's yours for action.
Mayor, I'd like to make a motion that we postpone this agenda item.
Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor, show of hands. Council, thank you. Now move on to citizens to be heard. Portion of the meeting that we ask you to come forward and state your name, your address, so we may have it for the record. Our policy requires you stay under 3 minutes so that others have time to be heard. Please direct all comments to council as a whole and do not attempt to engage individual council members in debate. It is our council policy to follow through with you on your concern. Additionally, we ask that any groups that want to address the council designate one spokesperson, again, in the interest of time. Having said that, Are there any citizens wishing to be heard at this time?
Yes, Steve Findlay, live at 2203 Gornto Road. Got about three things. One, I'm a retiree, and I had a dental appointment, which was canceled when I did my due diligence through the city. Find out, oh, I'm not on the list. I'm not covered. So I went down to City Hall. By the way, the young man Darrell in the Human Resources deserves to be an Employee of the Month. He knew I was angry. And I spoke to the HR person, Gene, I believe. That software problem is evidently fixed. I still don't have the cards and all that. That'll come. But without complaining, it would have gone on forever. And had enough troubles with insurance from when I retired. So transferring from one benefit administrator to another is evidently where the problem was. So that problem's been fixed. The second one I wanted to mention was the water bill. I went to the meetings back when Chuck Dinkins held them, all that, and I end up with no bill, and then I get a bill, and then I get two $52.99 bills. I knew what they were. Communicate with me. Let me know what's going on. If I hadn't gone to that meeting, I wouldn't have known. Nobody talks to us. And the same thing with the sanitation. I saw this stuff talking about, well, if your can's too full, we're not going to take it. If you got stuff at the side. Now, Christmas was just here. I had some stuff at the side, a box. You know, come on, talk to us. And that isn't being done. So that's really all I had.
Steve, thank you. Are there any other citizens wishing to be heard at this time? Hello.
Do I just start?
Name and
I feel like I
address.
need to push something. I don't. Hi, I'm Susan Whaling, and I've been here for 30 years. First, I want to thank you guys for the great Christmas decorations. We have a restaurant downtown, and we really appreciated you've done that the last few years, and it's been really awesome. And thank you, too, for the recycling. It's been really awesome to go and not see furniture in those recycling bins. And the men are very helpful, and I really appreciate that. So on that line, I'm hoping that you can come up with a way to have the restrooms open at, is it Unity Park? Is that the name of it? So that our homeless population can have a place, and when you have a parade and when you have other events, that those restrooms are open to the public. Maybe you could pay an attendant like they do in Europe. But I'd be happy to help you figure out ways to help our our homeless population. But one of the main reasons I'm here is because we have formed a Lowndes County citizen group against data centers, because there's one proposed at Exit 13 and one proposed, well, it hasn't been proposed yet, but I hear there's plans to build one behind Jack's Chop House. And I know that's the county and that's not you, but the water that we have is precious. I think you just said we are a water conservation district. And I would like you all to come up with a, what do you call it? I don't know, a referendum or something against data centers so that we don't get any within the city, and that you all would be very clear about not supporting the county should they get a data center built out there, because the water usage is insane. It's millions and millions of gallons of water a day. And then even if it's a closed loop system, the heat will evaporate a lot of that water. Right now there's nitrate poisoning in many data centers across the country. Georgia already has 163. There's no economic benefit. There isn't, I mean, we might get a tax break, but I would rather pay taxes and have clean water, as I know many other people would. Cancer's gone up in those sites. There's several counties in Georgia, including Newton and Fayette, that have had wells dry up. And I just want you to know that just like we did with the biomass, we will be forming and protesting. We will also have informational meetings, which I will invite you all to come to so we can learn more about that. And so just to say something, don't archive stuff. I mean, we need to stop using the cloud as much as possible, just because the cloud is not a fluffy thing. It's these data centers, which will destroy our environment. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Are there any other citizens wishing to be heard at this time?
Try to be quick. All right, good evening, Mayor, City Council, City Manager. My name is Dwayne Johnson, 3867 Island Creek Road. I'm President and CEO for the Southern Georgia Black Chambers. I'm here this evening to celebrate the excellence that is driving our economic growth here in the city. On December 20th, we hosted our third annual gala and award ceremony at the Patterson here downtown Valdosta. And on behalf of our chamber board and our members, I'd like to publicly recognize the outstanding Valdosta-based businesses and leaders who were honored for their impact as follows. Small Business of the Year, we recognized Zenquility Therapeutic Massage, owned by Cryon Martin. She was recognized for introducing specialized lymphatic drainage therapy to our region, which aids in post-operative recovery, and for her commitment to mentoring aspiring female entrepreneurs, therapists in the wellness industry. Nonprofit of the Year, this honor went to I See My Baby Incorporated, led by Alicia Hurt. She's out of Bainbridge, Georgia. She is directly addressing maternal health disparities in our region and creating jobs for doulas and wellness practitioners. Our Trailblazer Under 30 Award was celebrated with Dynasty Miles of Milestone Accounting Solutions. She represents the next generation of financial literacy. She is helping small businesses navigate their finances with professional expertise. Our Chamber Partner of the Year Award went to Ashley Reese of Positive Mindset Counseling Services. She was recognized for her advocacy in mental wealth for entrepreneurs, proving that a healthy mind builds a healthy business. And our Vanguard Award, we honored Dr. Clarissa Alderman of Family Insight LLC for her nearly 2 decades of service and as a cornerstone in mental health care for our youth and our families. Our outstanding board member, we recognized Alshonda Harrison, who's a dedicated school counselor and a leader who has been instrumental in the strategic growth of our chamber. Our President's Choice Award, last but not least, we honored our very own Darquita Williams here for her tireless work in executing our statewide government relations initiatives. These recipients represent the very best of Valdosta. They are creating jobs, they are providing essential services, and they are building wealth right here in our community. We're very proud of them. And as we move into 2026, our year of execution that we've themed for this year, the Southern Georgia Black Chambers is committed to continuing this work, and we are looking forward to the city's continued partnership as we launch our 2026 Small Business Academy cohort this February to ensure these businesses and many more have an opportunity to thrive with these local resources. So I do thank you for your time and your continued partnership. Thank you very much.
Dwayne, thank you. Dwayne, please make that an annual report. Absolutely.
Good evening, council
evening.
members, community that are here present, and those that are abroad online. My name is Maria Chung Willoughby. I am founder, self-development engineer, and client zero for the Art of Good, a ministry of agape love, where our goal is to master the art of humanity through inclusion and provide a voice for the marginalized. And I kind of partner with what the young lady was, the initiative she had for the homeless, as well as the small businesses that are up and coming. Want to say thank you to each and every one of you. City Manager Matheson, during a previous session, I noted that failure is a stepping stone to success. And you responded by wishing me luck on my next success. And I'm here to report that the administrative failures that I have documented have indeed become the stepping stones to a new model of accountability, the growth model. I am officially notifying this council that a formal administrative notice has been served to the Georgia Department of Labor Commissioner, Barbara Rivera Holmes, and Senator Warnock's office regarding systemic negligence. Furthermore, attempts to coordinate with Tammy Hart regarding internal investigations have gone unreturned for quite some time, and that necessitated this public escalation. Beyond my specific case, I am raising 2 critical issues of municipal stewardship: digital accessibility. The current live stream audio quality since the last time I've been here is insufficient, so tax dollars must be prioritized to ensure that homebound constituents can actually hear the proceedings of their government. I'll give you a moment to take that down. Okay? And that is very important. Some people can't get out here. They have other commitments and priorities. The second is data privacy. I have observed unmanned sign-in sheets at community service hubs, exposing the personally identifiable information of our most vulnerable citizens, which I present the voice for. So we do invite the City Council to move from facetious dismissiveness to functional partnership, and our community safety and federal safety stands on that and depends on it. And I'm going to hand the clerk the itemized fact sheets and case numbers now, and it's not an easy job, but each and every time I come, please take it seriously. Thank you for your time.
Maria, thank you. Are there any other citizens wishing to be heard at this time? Hello? Name and address?
Yes, my name is Tina McCombs. We live in Longleaf subdivision right behind Park Avenue Fire Department. We spoke last November, maybe a year ago. Me and my brother Merle Spriggs had a meeting with you after this meeting about cleaning out ditches and all, about houses flooding after the heavy rain. Well, there's nothing, and we met with Angela too, nothing that has been done about this. There's still trees down in the ditch and all that. So when is this gonna get accomplished? I mean, it's been over a year now. That was in 2024. We're in 2026 now. That's one issue.
Okay.
And another issue is about the water bills. I mean, I know y'all playing catch up. I know y'all got a new system and y'all got a few glitches in there, but there are a lot of retirees in our neighborhood that are on fixed incomes, and they're just getting these bills after bill after bill, and they don't know what to think about it. And I know y'all probably put it on social media and all that. I'm not on social media. I don't care nothing about that, and I'm sure they're not either. So we didn't have no awareness whatsoever of what was going on with our water bills. You pay your water bill at the first of the month, and then all of a sudden you get 2 more in the mail back to back. And my whole neighborhood has been like that. And this is my neighbor, Miss Phyllis Anderson, and she can attest to that too. And Valdosta should have sent out a letter to the residents warning them that they was trying to play catch up when y'all received a new system. So that's all I want to say about that.
Okay.
Instead of us trying to play catch up and trying to pay all these water bills at one time.
Ms. McCombs, we'll have 2 different people approach you after the meeting, okay?
Okay, we'll see how that goes, because that didn't work out too good after the meeting with my brother and myself about the ditches and all,
Right.
about houses flooding.
Thank you.
So, but I'll be here.
Are there any other,
very
thank you.
much.
Are there any other citizens wishing to be heard at this time?
Good afternoon. My name is
afternoon.
Kelly Saxon, and I have a couple of things to come before you. One, like many other citizens, I do have a concern about the water bill. Last month, our water bill was $119, and now with Christmas passing, holidays, and everything going by, I have additional things that we need to put out, but was not aware that I needed to do this before a certain time. So wanted to ask, what was the communication with citizens about this change coming amongst us? We could have been better prepared, and we need more information about special pickup. Do we call for special pickup? Right now, I'm riding around with a mattress in the back of my truck because I can't put it out. Does not fit in the trash can. And with my family, we use one. It's just a lot of questions, and people want to know if they're being grandfathered in with the ones that they already have. It's just a lot of questions. So as many people have asked for, we do ask for better communication. We ask for organization about what is going on with citizens, because after all, we're the ones who are paying, and like our sisters in the Longleaf community mentioned, there's a lot of people on fixed income. $8 may not seem to be a lot for some people, but when you are maxed out on $967 a month and your rent is $900 a month, not including light bills and things like that, adding the additional fees does not help the citizens. Secondly, what are we going to do about our homeless issue? And we're not talking about just the individuals who are living outside. There are people who are in hotels paying over $1,000 a month for a hotel room. If you look outside, you'll see there in 2008, we have housing awards from Magnolia Awards, from Department of Community Affairs. And I'm happy to say I was a part of that with getting those awards for housing. So let's look inside our community to see where our experienced people are. Let's come up with a plan, what we can do to move this forward. We have people who can afford to pay for housing, but it needs to be within their budgets. And we could say workforce housing. We have people who work in corporate America. We have people who watch our children while we are at work, and they're doing this in daycare centers. So our daycare people are struggling with housing, for example, are struggling with housing while we're allowed to work. So what can we do to address this housing need in our community? That's something that we've been talking about. We don't need to visit another community. We have everything that we need here to get this done. We need land, we need communication, and we need money. Thank you.
Thank you, Kelly. Are there any other citizens wishing to be heard?
Me? Hey, listen, I know I've only got 3 minutes, so I'm hurrying, okay? A city main has just burst and it's
Sorry,
causing flooding on a retail property, which
Your
I
name and
own,
address?
at 1421 Guanto Road, okay? It is flooded, okay? It was not my main. It's not even connected to my property. So I called the city and I asked for an emergency to cut off the water, and I mean, it has flooded my property. Well, they tell me since I'm a commercial property, they're not going to be able to do that. They're not going to be able to cut off the water. Well, it's the city's water, not even mine. It's not even on a main. It's the city's water, and I'm telling you, it flowed for a day and a half at least, okay? So they told me I had to call the plumber. Now, I don't own that piece of land. They told me I had to call the plumber. I had to go get they had to bring in a pump. They would not turn off the water. They won't turn it off. Do you think this is fair for me as a property owner having to go and pay for all this expense? Because it probably is going to cost around $8,000 to $10,000 for what I had done today. They had to dig a hole. They had to fix the city's water line. And I don't understand, because we're a commercial property. We're the ones creating income for the city here. We've got a retail store in there. They pay taxes. My tax bill went up $3,000. We were in that flood. Remember when we got the tax break and the whole building flooded? And it went up $3,000 when I went to pay my tax bill the other day. I was in shock. And I guess I got the tax notice on it. I own several properties, so I'm not sure. But anyway, this thing with the city not being able to come out on commercial property and literally turn off their water, and we're talking about this water thing. Well, honey, they have wasted a ton. And it's not on my meter. It's on nobody's meter. It's on the city water that was doing that. So I really need some resolve here, because, you know, I'm going to have to seek other counsel if I don't get something. But I don't think I need to be paying an $8,000 to $10,000 bill. And I don't even own that property. So that's what I got to say about that.
Thank you. I'll have somebody approach you after the meeting.
Okay, perfect.
All right. Any other citizens wishing to be heard at this time? Good evening.
Good evening. Rob McGinn, 815 Mill Pond Road. Hopefully everyone on the council and the mayor got my email the other day about the trash. You know, I was really disappointed in the rollout of that. I try to be a person who's in the know and kind of, you know, keep up with the city and the city government and changes and things like that. I was blindsided when at 2 o'clock in the afternoon I come home and 3 of my trash cans that I don't always use, but I use occasionally, especially after the holidays and things, were not picked up. And I walk through Wood Valley. I walk every morning pretty much from the YMCA through Wood Valley. On Tuesday, there were over 30 trash cans that hadn't been picked up, and trash beside, you know, outside by the trash cans that hadn't been picked up. And I'm really worried about what we're gonna do with this trash. I understand that, yeah, I mean, I have no problem with people implementing new rules. I mean, if we know the rules, we can play the game. But to have, you know, just the light switch flicked off like that without the trash, without being notified. I mean, I went back and I saw the Facebook post until it was taken down with the video. You know, I saw it was posted 2 days before the change actually occurred. So, I mean, I was out of town. I didn't know. So I'm worried about what's going to happen with this trash. I walked through Wood Valley this morning, what's today, Thursday? And there were still over 2 dozen trash cans that hadn't been picked up. There's still trash in, you know, these trash bags are, you know, being gone through by raccoons and other wildlife, dogs, cats, whatever. So I'm really worried about what we're going to do now that we know that the change has happened. What are we going to do with the trash that's already out there? And another thing is, if we have, I mean, the county has dump sites, correct? The city, to my knowledge, doesn't have a dump site. We have a recycling center, and that's great. I mean, when I was at 5 Points, I would take cardboard boxes and different things down there all the time. I don't know where the recycling center is now, and I also don't know where we take this excess trash. If we don't have a dump site, then what do we do on the occasion when we have an extra bag or two of trash? Do we just set it on the street and wait a week? I don't think that's going to be good for the community. So, thank you.
Thank you, Rob. Are there any other citizens wishing to be heard at this time?
Hey, I'm Brooke Marino. I live at 3346 Plantation Drive. I made some notes so I don't forget, so I'm going to read them. But I've just got some concerns with the new sanitation rules as well. I think that it creates a new added financial burden on residents. It's requiring city-issued cans only, which forces residents to not use the cans that you told us to go purchase. So because we called the city to get other cans, and they said they didn't have any available, so to go to Home Depot or Lowe's and purchase them. Those cans are about $100 a piece. So now we have these cans that we can't use, so I want to know why we can't use those cans. I also, you had no reasonable transition period at all. There was zero communication. A Facebook post is completely unacceptable. There should have been a letter mailed, and I did see where there was something emailed to our neighborhood about you voted on this in September. I don't know if that's correct or not, but if that was true, we should have been notified way before 2 days in advance. That would have given us at least plenty of time. The time you chose to implement it too is right after Christmas, when people have lots of extra boxes and lots of extra garbage. That's not fair either. You're penalizing larger household families because you're making us now go and pay $8 a month more for cans. And I'm 2 of those cans, those 300 cans I called today to get 2 more of them because I have a family and we generate more trash, and that's just what we do. So I've had to now pay $16 more a month. Our property taxes keep going up sky high. It's like, where does it end? It's ridiculous. But listen, I just really feel like that residents are being asked to pay more and comply with stricter rules, yet they have no clear improvements of service, reliability, or flexibility. I mean, I don't understand, what are we supposed to do with all this extra trash? So I just really think that you guys really need to address this with the city. Everybody's upset about it. They just didn't show up here tonight, but they're very, very upset about it. And we're done. We're done with all these rules, all these changes. Why not let us purchase the trash cans? Why are we paying a monthly fee for the rest of our lives? That's another tax that we're having to pay. That is not fair. So please consider talking to the residents and coming up with a solution. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any other citizens wishing to be heard at this time? Seeing none, we'll turn it over to Al Crace for City Manager's report.
I don't have any additional report to make tonight. Thank you.
All right. We'll move on to council comments. Council?
I would.
Ms. Tooley?
Yes. First of all, I would like to say thank you to the citizens for coming to voice your opinion. We hear it a lot of times out there. Now we kind of got it out among all of us hearing it. And secondly, I want to personally apologize for the lack of information and the short information time about the sanitation. I want you to know I'm a citizen here in Valdosta too, and I experienced it too. So I do understand what you're saying. And we're glad that you're letting us know this, and I would like to just say, we are already working on that problem, on that situation. Glad that you told us, some of the things that you told us, we can look at it closer now. But some of the things that you're saying, as a citizen, as well as a council member, I've been experiencing it for a while. So we have been trying to do situations. Right now, I think more or less what it is the big enforcement of how we're doing it. So we need to find another way. But the problem with the trash and getting it, I can tell you right now, I had to personally be one who had to go get another trash can when one time, and not recently, this has happened in the past. And I had to do this because I had more trash when I picked up doing other things for the community. I got more trash, and I didn't feel like I should be paying for it because I was helping a lot of people out. But they enforced the rule with me, and I did it. And I was hoping they would come up with some kind of situation. Thank you for letting us know. Thank you for talking about it. I just want you to say, this is what we need to get something done. So just give us a little time, and we are working on it, because you're right. We got to find a way to kind of keep things going. We might have to make some adjustments ourselves for the changes. So thank you for coming out, talking about it. And again, I apologize that we did not get the information out to you a little earlier. You're right on that, too. I agree. Thank you very much.
Councilwoman, thank you. Any other council comments?
Mayor,
Mr. Gibbs?
just to kind of sort of, I guess, for the ones that are watching online as well, and for some of those out there that may have some concerns about what y'all been talking about tonight, the recycling center is located at 3130 Valtech Road, out there by the prison. If that's where you want to take your recycling, which we would love for you to do so, the hours of operation, you can find that online as far as the, I think 7 to 7 or something like that, and open on Saturdays as well. Don't hold me to 7 to 7 though. I could be right. Is it 7? What is it? 7 to?
It's like 10:30 to 5. It's closed on Sunday and Monday, but I've reduced my garbage at half by using the recycling center.
Okay. But you can find more about that as far as time goes. We are and have talked about having an area that we can do as far as the dump station, I guess, a dump site to some degree. We discussed it. Is nothing that's been confirmed or anything like that yet as far as that goes, because as anything, it takes funding to be able to accommodate and figure out where we're going to put that at. As far as the yard debris goes, I've had a lot of people in my district to say, are y'all still picking up yard debris, bulk items? Yes. None of that has changed. Still put it out there, put it within the confinements of the measurements, all that stuff, and they'll be picked up just like normal. The only thing that's changed is basically the 96-gallon cans itself. As far as like if it's in the can, we'll pick it up. The whole lid situation, honestly, my phone was blowing up, and I was like, what are you talking about 1 inch? What are we talking about 45 degrees? I was kind of sort of taken back by that too, because I really was not aware of that. So at the end of the day, March the 1st, I think, is when we're going to, basically we've extended everything to March the 1st to allow for y'all to get those extra those extra cans if you need them, to get the extra bins if you need them, to figure out how to accommodate, as far as like modifying how you're going to make this work. And I know for me, I'm at the point of where I need another bin myself, so I'm probably going to have to get one too. I will tell y'all, for the ones that have bought bins, it is true, we didn't have them, so we did tell y'all to go buy them. And I say that to say we did bring that up Tuesday night. It is going to be talked about. What do we do? Well, how do we address the folks that have bought the bins per what we've told them, and now we're in the situation of where we're at now. So that is being talked about, so don't feel like you're not being heard, because it was discussed Tuesday night, and it is being talked about, I think, with Mr. Crace, I believe. I think it is. The water bills, nightmare, yes, 100%. I got 3 in 1 month, so I'm right there with you. The water bills, we didn't get one in January, so they double billed on February. We didn't get one in October, so they double billed or triple billed in November, December, or something like that. I was part of that whole situation too. Darquita, who is fantastic and awesome, she's in the finance department. She's actually going to bring before us, hopefully soon, a new software actually company in the sense of billing and all that stuff that will make things run smoother and better. The software that we have now is obsolete. It's really old. So I say that to say we're hoping the next 2 to 3 months she can bring that before us and we can get things going back the way it should be, smooth for y'all, and we don't have these glitches. Because trust me, I paid a bill December the 2nd for $52.99 and then got one 10 days later for $117. Okay, so I'm right there with you. And I'm a councilman, so I feel it, okay? So I want y'all to know it's not just y'all, and we are aware of it. We just trying to iron out all that. So anyhow, I was making some notes here, figured I would just throw that out there in case everybody, just in case y'all didn't think we were listening, that we have been talking. I promise you that. So, but sorry for the communication. That part I will say as well.
Council? No further council comments. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn. All in favor, show of hands. We stand adjourned. Council, thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
They went over with me this morning, how the new system works.
Sounded good.
Right. They moved to a Muni link, they call it, got away from some other thing. Forget.